Hey, just a short video on marriage, remarriage, adultery, polygyny. So, marriage in the Bible is not a wedding or a ceremony or a piece of paper issued by the government. It's two become one. It's a sexual union between a male and a female. Whether or not it's lawful or unlawful is a different question. So there's a list of unlawful unions, or what we call sexual immorality. That's found in Leviticus chapter 18, and look at chapter 20. So what's adultery? Adultery has as a common denominator a married woman. So a man commits adultery when he sleeps with another man's wife, or in the New Testament when Jesus says if a man divorces or puts away his wife and marries another, then he commits adultery. Because polygyny, or marrying an extra wife, is not adultery. Adultery comes after dumping your wife, hurting her by dumping her and not taking care of her, to marry another one or to have sexual relations with another one. So you're not supposed to put away or divorce your wife. Yeah, a lot of men cheat on their wives. They don't divorce them. Most men don't want a divorce, but they do want other women. To be honest, I think if men were to be honest, men are built differently. They can have children more than once. They can get women pregnant basically daily. Women can only get pregnant once a month, and that lasts for 9 months, and they can have a baby once a year. So you have to look at everything, and most of the videos out there do not thoroughly cover everything because they don't know the Old Testament, they don't study scripture, they don't think about these things. So a bill of divorce is what God commanded a man to give the woman. It was for the woman's benefit to get the certificate. He said, hey, you want to put away your wife? Then this is the stipulation. You have to give her a certificate of divorce, a bill of divorce. That way she can go and be under the covering of another man to take care of her. In the meantime, she goes back to her father's house. Women should be under the protection of a male, whether it be the father, an uncle, another husband, etc. So, again, polygyny was not a sin, but dumping your wife and marrying another is a sin. And having another man's wife is a sin. In the Bible, a rapist someone who entices a virgin, well, the rapist, if it's a married woman, of course, it's stoning to death. Anybody who messes with a married woman basically is the death penalty. Whether you rape them, you entice them, you have a relationship with them, if you mess with another man's wife, it was the death penalty. also for the woman who messes around on her husband. Death penalty for her too. So we know the story in the New Testament where only the woman is brought before Jesus, and he says that whoever is sinless cast the first stone. We all know that story. He didn't say, no, you can't cast a stone. No, you cannot kill her. But where was the man? And apparently no one wanted to pick up a stone because they were not sinless. But he told her what? He said, go and sin no more. So, remarriage after dumping your spouse is a no-no. You're supposed to stay single or reconcile with your spouse. You can add a wife, but you can't subtract a wife.